Hi, I'm Kate, and I'm about to do my topic 7 takeaway. So earlier on this course, we were discussing some theory, I don't remember which one, but we were talking about how it was majorly influential mostly because it challenged the church and showed that religious beliefs aren't necessarily true and shouldn't be taken at face value just because they're coming from a religious figure. That doesn't sound that groundbreaking today, but it was really trailblazing and a revelation at its time. Like I said, I don't remember what idea it was, but Rihanna in the discussion today pointed out that even hundreds of years later, different notions are still impactful for that same reason. So she was referring to how one of evolution's or evolutionary theories' biggest influences is simply the fact that it challenged the authority of the church and went against the accepted religious views of the time. And this stood out to me because it's been a recurring theme of this course, that sometimes it's less the content of the ideas that leaves a mark and more their relation to the accepted ideas to the paradigm of the time. Um, Another takeaway I had was in regard to Jennifer's post on the influence also of evolutionary theory. She discussed how the phrase survival of the fittest has become so well known and used in popular culture today. We see it in novels and movies and all sorts of ideas outside of science and evolution. So it's like one of those nuggets of thought that have really grabbed a hold of the public fascination and intrigue. Um, and this observation of Jennifer stood out to me because I took an evolution class a couple summers ago, and we talked about how that phrase, it's not incorrect, but it really chisels down an extremely complex process and a network of a whole bunch of factors into one bite of information. It's evolution and even just natural selection, which is one part of evolution, is really complex. And oversimplification can be dangerous, especially when it becomes really popular in the public, because a lot of times some of the important aspects of the theory get left out. And that's kind of the basis for eugenics. My teacher said it went from being survival of the fittest, which, like I said, is really complex and has to deal with probabilities and chance and randomness and numbers, into only the strongest survive, which is and everyone else gets left by the wayside or isn't worth anything or shouldn't reproduce. And like I said, that kind of led to eugenics, which is one of the hugest influences relating to psychology and evolution, which I assume we'll talk about later in this class. So these are the two concepts from this week's discussion that had the biggest effect on me. Yep.